Hello, namaste, and welcome. We don't practice yoga so we can be better at yoga. We practice yoga so we can be better at life. That's why we call it a practice. Yoga teaches and prepares us to deal with reality and the many curveballs that are thrown our way. And that's why it's important to come to our mats regularly so we can brush up on our skills of how to deal with our own mind, our emotions, and our nervous system. It helps to put us back in the driver's seat. The first time you're uncomfortable in a pose on your mat and you remind yourself to come away from the mind and take back control with the breath, that reflects in your life off of the mat too. Because the next time you're in an uncomfortable situation in life, you will take a breath in and out, and it will help you to become centered. So with that being said, let's jump into it. We're going to begin in Sukhasana, our seated easy pose, hands together in front of the heart, and the eyes gaze to the fingertips. Take a breath in through the nose, and exhale out through the mouth and empty the belly. Pull that lower belly in, the space below the belly button. And with an inhale, fill that space up. Now lift the breath up into the chest, the upper back, and then exhale through the mouth and empty the lowest part of the belly. Inhale through the nose, sitting up tall. Filling that belly up, then the chest and the upper back. And exhale out through the mouth and empty that lower belly. One more deepest breath in. Try to slow it down. And exhale slow through the mouth. We're going to move into a Ujjayi breathing. Take the hands down, let them rest on the lap, and begin to roll the head. You can start side to side. You can circle all the way around. Whatever feels good for you. And introduce the Ujjayi breath into the movement. Maybe inhale to one side and exhale to the other. And if you haven't already, then try a full circle. Go slow. And change directions. Bringing the head back to center and release the chin point down to the chest and pin the shoulders back. Hold here. And just feel the opening in the back of the neck. Inhale, lift the chin up, look up. And hold here. Drop the shoulders down. Try not to pinch the back of the neck together. Imagine there's a tennis ball you're hanging on to. And release the head back to center and begin to circle the rib cage over the hips. So the hips stay neutral and the ribs circle above them, going in whatever direction feels comfortable at first. Just trying to get a feel for separating the ribs or isolating the ribs. Moving them nice and slow over the hips and change directions. Continue to practice bringing that Ujjayi breathing in. Change directions again. And now let's pick up the pace. Almost like we're stirring up the belly. Change directions again, continuing to pick that pace up. And let's arrive back at our center and inhale, the right arm extends up to the ceiling, and exhale, we reach it over for a gentle side stretch, grounding that right sit bone down and taking the chin over towards the underarm. Gazing up and breathing. Use your other hand for a bit of support here. Press into the mat. Breathe into the right ribs. Inhale, let's windmill through, coming to center first, and then exhale over to the other side. Nice and long through that left arm, ground the left sit bone down, and gently press your right hand into the mat to get a little deeper in the stretch. Chin to the underarm, eyes up, and practice that ujjayi breathing. Breathe into the left ribs. Big breath in, we lift up to center, and exhale, lower the hands down and line them up with the shoulder. And inhale, we're going to rock forward for cat and cow. Exhale, round and release, tuck the chin. Inhale, forward, and exhale, release. Good, keep going. When you bring yourself forward, look up and back, and exhale, look down to the navel, and repeat. Two more. Last one. Beauty. Let's make our way to table pose. We're going to bring that same stretch into table with cat and cow. Beginning with an exhale, we're going to round through the spine, tuck the chin, tuck the tail. Inhale, reverse it for cow back. Elbows soft, heart forward, eyes up and back, and exhale, release and round, pressing into the hands, and we repeat. Let your ujjayi breathing guide you. On your next inhale, on your next cow back, lift the feet up, tuck the toes, and exhale, come into downward facing dog. Once we're in our downward facing dog, we're going to walk our feet out to the edges of the mat and make it a wide stance downward facing dog. You can adjust the hands if you need to and hold here, pressing into the feet. With an inhale, lengthen through the spine by lifting the hips up to the sky, but still a little tuck in the tailbone, and press the heels down. With an inhale, we're going to look forward and lower the hips just to plank, keeping the feet wide, look forward, and exhale, release back into downward facing dog, and repeat. Inhale, come forward to plank, look forward, and exhale, release back to downward facing dog. If you'd like to roll through the spine a little bit here, feel free to do that as well. And continue the flow guided by your breath. Three more. On these next two, focus on that straight line in the spine in plank. Last one. And let's bring our feet back in. And inhale, we're going to come to plank. And exhale, we're going to lower ourselves all the way down to the belly. Untuck the toes. Bring the hands by the ribs and inhale for Bhujangasana, cobra pose. And exhale, release the head down. And we're going to take our hands and reach them back behind us. Inhale, lift the head up for half locust. Shoulders squeeze together, palms press into the mat. And release back down. Inhale, this time we're going to hold. Just the pose, not the breath. Nice and long in the neck as you inhale, and exhale, feel yourself ground deeper into the pose. One more breath in here, lift up a little higher, and exhale, releasing down. Just rest here for a moment. If you'd like to, bring the elbows up. Stack the hands and use them as a little pillow for your forehead. And lift the head up. Bring the hands back behind you, reaching the fingertips for the opposite end of the mat. And now we're going to add our legs. We're going to squeeze the legs together. We're going to lift the head and heart up with the breath in. And then with an exhale, we're going to see if we can lift one leg up. Hold here, breathe, make that leg as long as you can. And release down. Inhale, lift the other leg up, pressing into the top of the opposite foot, making that leg as long as you can. Breathe. And exhale, release. I'm going to do one more on each side. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, lower that foot down, and inhale, the other foot lifts. And exhale, lower down, and again, give yourself a rest. You can come right onto the forehead, or stack your hands again and rest this way. And just feel the heat, feel your heart beating. Listen to the sound of your breath. And with an inhale, lift the head up. And we're going to reach the hands back if they aren't already. Extending the heart up, reaching it forward while we press into the palms. And with the breath in, we're going to squeeze the legs together and see if we can lift up both feet. Again, making the legs as long as we possibly can. Breathing. It's okay if you're shaking, if you're a little uncomfortable. Just find your breath. And exhale, we release down. Take a breath in. A breath out. Inhale, lift the head up. Lift the legs up. And then to go into full locust, if you can, bring the arms up by the ears, extending forward, and we look forward. And exhale, release, just drop it. It's a lot of work on our back. We're going to keep our forehead grounded, pick our feet up, keep the knees bent, and just sway the feet here side to side. And drawing little circles in the air. And dropping the feet down, bring the hands by the ribs. Inhale for Bhujangasana. And exhale, tuck the toes and press into downward facing dog. Connecting to that flow of Ujjayi breathing. Inhale, look forward. And exhale, step the right foot forward. And we're going to turn to face that long edge of our mat for wide angled forward fold. Set your feet up so the big toes come in slightly. Place the hands under the shoulders and release the head down. Extending the crown of the head towards your mat while lifting the hips up. Scoop out your lower belly and press into the outer edges of your feet. If it's accessible for you, grab opposite elbows for ragdoll. Squeeze your thighs into the center line of the body. And releasing the hands. Inhale, we're going to lift halfway up first, looking forward, straightening the spine. And exhale, we're going to release back down. And as we do, we're going to heel toe the feet in until they come underneath of us enough so you feel supported to roll yourself up. Beautiful. Once we're standing, we're going to lengthen our stance back out. For Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2 pose, we want our straight leg, the toes to point to that long edge, and our bent knee, the toes point to the short edge. We want to stack knee over ankle, shoulders over hips. We don't want to tilt the pelvic floor. We keep our pelvic floor level to the floor, and our arms extend out as well. Chin over to the bent knee and eyes to the fingertips. Shorten the belly and lengthen the back. And let's release the hands down. We're going to heel toe our straight leg up towards the bent knee. We're going to shift weight forward into that leg, and we're going to come in to one-legged chair. So we take our left ankle, place it on the right thigh, and then we're going to sink down and extend the arms out at shoulder height, or lift them up by the ears. Breathe. Inhale, exhale, release, step the foot back and find plank. Take an inhale, exhale through chaturanga to upward facing dog, and exhale into downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, we're going to step the right foot forward. We're going to rise up. We're going to take the right toes to the long edge, left toes to the short edge, and bend the knee. Stacking it directly over top of our ankle, we push our feet down into the mat and we lift our arms up for Virabhadrasana 2 on this side. Never be afraid to look down and check your stance. You want to have good alignment in your pose. Exhale, hands lower. We heel toe this back foot up. Preparing our mind to go into one-legged chair on this side, we take that ankle, cross it onto the thigh, and we sit back. Extend the arms up by the ears. Mirror whatever you did on the other side. Ujjayi breathing. Inhale. Exhale, step that foot back and find your plank. Inhale, plank, and exhale through chaturanga to upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. And exhale for side plank. Get there in whatever way feels good for you. And if it's accessible, Let's do a fallen tree. Grab your foot if you need to. Reach the arm up. Ooh, breathe. And exhale, plank. Inhale here. Breathe out. Go through chaturanga to up dog. And downward facing dog. Whew. Let's do fallen tree on the other side. Inhale to plank. And exhale, side plank first. It's okay if you just stay here. To go further, we're just doing tree pose, but in plank. Oh, foot cramp. It's okay if it's a little uncomfortable, a little shaky, a little wonky. Breathe. And plank. Take a breath in. And exhale, chaturanga to up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. And let's bring it into a wide stance. Lift the arches of your feet up. Inhale, look forward. And exhale, let's drop the knees. Let's cross the ankles. And let's bring the legs out in front. For seated, dandasana, and then paschimottanasana. We'll start here, finding our alignment. Shoulders roll back, rib cage pulls in, and we lengthen through the spine. Whew, we catch our breath. And with an inhale, we reach the arms up, we look up. Exhale, lengthen as you fold. Let's drop the hands on the mat, fingers spread, and take our gaze to the toes. And now imagine trying to get your nose between the toes, making your spine a little bit longer. Breathe into the belly. Let's let go of our ujjayi breathing now. Just regular deep breaths in and out of the belly. And let's take our forward fold a little deeper. First two fingers grab the big toe and the elbows lift up. Then we use that to pull ourselves a little deeper and a little closer to the legs. We press the backs of the knees down without lifting the heels up. And we find length in the spine by reaching the crown of the head to the top edge of the mat. Let's release and roll ourselves up. And make our way to a reclined position. Hugging our knees into the chest, giving ourselves a squeeze and a gentle rock from side to side. And let's take both knees straight across to the left side of the body as we extend the right arm out, keeping the arm in line with our shoulder. Lift your head up and place your right ear where the back of the head was. Gaze over to the right fingers and breathe. And inhale, lift the head back to center, and then the knees. Reach up and grab them and bring them all the way to the other side, extending the left arm out now, planting the left palm, and lift your head up and roll onto the left ear. Inhale, lift the head and the knees. And feel free to do any other poses or stretching or any movements you were hoping to get to today. And when you're done doing that, we can prepare ourselves for shavasana. Legs straight out, heels to the edges of the mat, the feet fall open, arms away from the body, palms facing up. And once you're reclined, walk your shoulders down your back, lift and tuck your tailbone, and close your eyes. Take one final deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Then let the mouth hang open and breathe in and out of the nose. Very slowly bring the lips together, but keep the teeth separate and the tongue relaxed. Scan your body from head to toe and release any tension around the shoulders, the neck, the belly, and the sit bones. And see if you can allow yourself to sink a little deeper. And every time a thought comes in, recognize that you are not thinking. Thinking is happening to you. And try to just let those thoughts float by like clouds in the sky. Notice how your breath has returned to normal. And your heart rate as well. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Open your eyes. And when you're ready, roll on to your side. Join me in a seated position. Hands together and eyes gaze to the fingertips. Thank you for joining me today. I am so glad you are here. Om, so, hum.